All right, who's next on your list?
All right, I have next on my list is Senku. So from Dr. Stone, I would send him to.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boys, and we are back with the 23rd episode of the DNAnime podcast. It's your host with the most, Beautiful Crow, and I'm here with Vix, and we're here to talk about some anime today. It is another week down, another week done. It's Labor Day weekend. I could be at Dragon Con right now, but I'm poor. So I've been living vicariously through people's Twitter's accounts and seeing all the photos, and I'm like, damn it, man, I missed there. But I know I would get Con Crud and Con Flu and just die. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in the house. We're gonna talk about anime. We're gonna record an anime podcast, and we're gonna have us some fun. But Vix, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so great. I'm ready to talk about our topic this week, our singular topic this week. It is the first time that we have been able to use not only something that we just found online, but our own content to create more content. So that is exciting. This topic is related specifically to our very first video. So our topic was originally the topic here is if you could send your party to another universe to train, where would you send them? I heard this topic online and they were talking about the Straw Hats, and I was like, wait, we did an anime party on episode 1, and I was like, what if we had this question but we used our original anime party for this? So this is exciting for me. I think it's so cool that we are able to do that, because that just means we're growing. We have things in the past. We've had things in the past that we can use. We have an ever-growing repertoire of content for you guys, so that we can come up with more and more interesting things as things come out. This is
you guys
very
don't understand.
Exciting.
this podcast is the Ouroboros. Right now, what we doing is we are the snake eating our own ass right now, and it's great. It's great.
I love it when I eat my own ass.
Let's go. But I hope you guys are having a good Sunday as well. But if you guys want to support your boys, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us in the conversation about eating our own asses. If you guys are listening to this in the audio podcasting realm, you can give us a 5-star review, 5-star rating. That helps us with the discoverability on audio podcasting services, because again, nobody want to listen to the fucking 2-star podcast. Nobody want to listen to the 3-star podcast. They want the 5-star podcast with the DNAnime podcast. We giving you guys the best anime entertainment that you could ever listen to in your ears. You can bless your boys with that 5-star review and get some more people into the DNAnime crew. You know what to do? But yes, we're going to sit up here and we're going to go over that topic. But I wanted to catch up with you a little bit, Vix, right? Because I've been watching some anime, and I want to talk to you about this. I don't know if you started. I don't know if you made the dive.
I haven't started Don.
Ah, damn it! So, okay.
It's
so
there.
I got into Don.
I'm like, because the season for it is coming up, and it's like, do I want to wait for it, or do I want to go back and read it? Because I don't know. I just haven't been in the mood to read my manga. But like Don, I keep seeing their panels, and I'm like, I should. It looks really good.
That's how I felt. And I feel like I broke the seal with Solo Leveling, because I watched Solo Leveling the anime, right? And I was like, this is really good. And then we had, community member gear just be like, Solo Leveling's the best thing ever. You should read it. And I read it. And I was like, Solo Leveling is fucking sick. So when I was waiting for Don, and again, it got leaked because apparently Netflix is the most leakiest ship that ever been leaked. The intro came out, and the intro's by Creepy Nuts. So again, the amazing season 2 opening of Mashal, the whole, bling, 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 bling,
leaked intro, that shit has been just like trapped in my mind, living rent free for like a week and a half now.
The fact that it just starts off dun 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 dun. I was like, I get so fucking hype.
Yeah, where they go haida 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 haida. I'm like, oh my god, that sends shivers down my spine.
I feel like Gojo, Eye of the Enlightened One, just coming into the sky.
Dude, it's of people that are just like ascending as they listen to this song, and I'm like, that's a vibe. I feel it.
It's so good, man. So I couldn't stay away. The hype was too hype. So I started reading it, and I've been keeping people. I did like a little fun thing because I was at work. Because the way that my job works, I have time in between like things to be able to like read some manga. I'm still doing my job. Don't fire me now if my boss ever listens to this. but I do have some time to like read a little bit in between some things. So I started reading Don to Don, and I just want to say I'm not gonna spoil anything for anybody. But holy shit, so many things happen so fast that are wild.
Dude, that one panel that you sent that you said was like page 4, I was like, what the fuck is this even about?
Dude, I was so
the
confused.
synopsis is like terrible, and then I asked you to give me a better synopsis, and you gave me almost the same one. And I was like, what is this series supposed to be about?
The thing that sucks about giving away the synopsis is that it spoils so much stuff. Because like normally what you would do is you want to give a synopsis like the first episode to kind of give everybody like the elevator pitch of the show, right? And it pretty much is just like a guy that believes in aliens, a girl that believes in ghosts. They have a chance encounter and they become like, well, they don't really become friends, but they start talking to each other about their personal interests, but they don't believe the other person. So they do a dare where it's just like, hey, you go to this haunted like underground tunnel, and I'll go to this building that, you know, not kidnappings, but abductions come from. And we'll try to prove who's right and who's wrong. And then all the shit just comes true. So it's just like, whoa. And things just pop off immediately. That's why I was like, I was reading dot to dot. I was like, I didn't expect all the stuff to happen. I didn't expect all the insane things. It was literally the first chapter is like 52 or 54 pages. So it was a meaty, girthy first chapter. And the first 4 pages, they talking about sucking ghost titties and eating people's dicks. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that was like the panel 4. I was like, I thought it was like a fan panel that was just like making fun of it. I was like, that's weird as fuck.
Don to Don is fucking insane. And
it's
love
like
it.
If Chainsaw Man had no direction.
The thing is that, in all honesty, if my fervor and my excitement for Don to Don is, I feel like doing a disservice. Because the thing that I love about Don to Don is the characters. You know, like the anime trope where the main character and the girl or whatever, like they're doo-doo-ratting, which I love, and I'll go into that a little bit. But the thing that I love about it is like, you normally have like the misunderstanding. Oh, the main character did a thing, and the girl's like, oh no, I got a misunderstanding. I'm gonna hit him with the paper fan, or I'm gonna slap him, whatever the fuck, right? And it's like, oh, whatever. But the misunderstanding they have in the show felt so real. Literally, the character, they did the anime trope where it's like, oh, I saw you in this suggestive situation. What's going on there? And they both stop talking to each other for a little bit, and they get mad. And then the main guy just talks to Momo, like Ken talks to Momo. He's the main guy, the main protagonist male, and Momo's the female. And he like comes to her. He's like, "Oh, this is what happened." Like after they fight and they have their little spat, he's like, "Oh, this is what happened. You know, please understand. Like there wasn't what was going on. I'm trying to do this." And she's just like, "Oh, you know, I overreacted. I'm sorry." And he's like, "I'm sorry. I should have just told you." And I'm just like, "This is so fucking good."
Maturity in my manga.
It's so good. And there's so many moments like that where I'm just like, "Oh, you know, they can't express their feelings." You know, because they're young and they're teenagers, but they communicate, and it's fucking beautiful. And you see they're pretty much acquaintances at first, just going through bullshit. Then they become friends, and then you see their relationship grow, and it makes me so fucking happy every time I see it, because I'm just like, there's character growth, there's development in their relationships. The dynamics get complicated, but they never go into like, oh, it's some bullshit that's gonna be like, oh, it's a love triangle. It's like, it's so good, and I fell in love. And that one day I started reading it. I looked up the next day, and I was like, I'm 62 chapters in. When the fuck did that happen? I thought I was like 20 chapters in. I was blitzing through it. I love Don to Don. I'm not mad, but kind of mad that I started the manga before the anime came out. But I'm so down now. I'm so fucking down to watch the anime. I'm so excited to watch Don to Don, dude.
Should I wait for the anime then?
I would say wait. If you can wait. Because from what I've seen from the 3 trailers that they launched and the opening, they're animating the fuck out of this. And with the things that I know that are going to happen in this manga, I'm so excited to see it animated, because Don to Don's power system is wild. It is insane.
Our next anime season is gonna be like fire. It's like straight fire. I have like 11 things on my list, and I don't think there will, unless they 7 Deadly Frames it, I don't think I'll drop a single one of them. It's like this last season I dropped like 8. I don't think I've ever dropped as many anime as I have this last season. This last season has been god awful. But this upcoming season has so many, and there was like 3 that I didn't even know that I was gonna like, but Nova made me watch 2 of them. Their release trailers, and they also looked pretty good. So let's go.
Is this Don Machi season?
Don Machi is this season. It is Don Machi fucking season.
Fuck yes, let's go. I'm so excited. I love Don Machi.
Shangri-La season 2, ReZero season 4. What the fuck else was it? We have,
dude. Oh my god!
It's the season of sequels. So if you haven't seen much anime, you're not gonna have a whole lot. But if you've seen a bunch, you are eating good. There's So
I've been waiting for ReZero.
I quickly went through it earlier in the stream. There was Reincarnated as an Aristocrat season 2, Dawn to Dawn, Bleach Thousand Year Blood War arc part 3, Don Machi season 5, ReZero season 3. Shangri-La season 2, the next part of Rurouni Kenshin, Spirit Chronicles season 2, the spinoff to Sword Art Online Gun Gale season 2, and then there was the one that Nova sent me, which was The Most Notorious Talker Runs the World's Greatest Clan. That one seemed very good.
That's 10.
There's a couple of other ones, but those are like the most notable ones. Oh, there's also Natsume's Book of Friends season 7, if you were watching that.
Let's go. I started it. I haven't watched any more episodes
yet, so... Yeah,
I saw the first episode. Dude, it feels
Blue
like
Lock's next season.
Ooh, Blue Lock.
Blue Lock's next season is coming out, so at least 11 of the series sequels coming out.
Too much anime. I need to watch Natsume Book of Friends. I watched the first episode of Nova's recommendation. I really enjoyed it. It feels nostalgic, even though I haven't watched it. Like, it just feels like Inuyasha. It feels like that, like mid-aughts, early aughts anime. Like I want to sit down and watch it. But I've been watching Frieren, and Frieren's fucking peak. So let me finish Frieren, and I'm going to go back and watch some other stuff. I'm also almost done with Shangri-La Frontier and Frieren. I'm sorry that it's taking me a long time to get through all this stuff, but your boy's a busy boy.
There's also Beastars final season if you watch Beastars.
I love Beastars. It's weird, but I love it so much, dude.
Oh yeah, Beastars. They do have Blue Exorcist, but I watched their last season. I don't know. Their art style was just really fucking weird to me. I don't know if I'm going to watch that one.
Damn, I've only seen the first season of Blue Exorcist. I really enjoyed it. I heard good things about the manga, but I just kind of fell off and didn't watch it. Again, like I said, I'm a busy boy. I'm trying to catch up to all the classics and all the good stuff. But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have a lot of anime to watch. So I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna get time. Well, hey, I should hopefully have more free time when I'm done reading.
Really hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep up.
Oh, if I had to pick a couple. It's just like, dude, I have to watch it. It's gonna be like Dawn to Dawn. I've already read Bleach, so I could probably do without watching it. Absolutely Don Machi.
Yeah.
ReZero.
Dude, there's so much.
I feel like I've just been.
I gotta watch ReZero.
Shangri-La. I'm absolutely watching Shangri-La. As much as I would want to watch Kenshin, I would probably be like, put that one towards the if I got time side, because like I watched the original way back when, so that's one of them. Oh, hey, Seven Deadly Sins, the Four Nights of the Apocalypse, season 2 is coming out.
Hey, don't, hey, man, don't twist my leg. You know, you know how much we love. You know how much we love.
I'm still mad about that because the manga is so outrageously good.
Damn, maybe I need to read it. Maybe I need to read it.
You absolutely need to read it. It's so fucking good. But I can't believe how hard they butchered it. Yeah, those are probably the ones that I'd be like, yeah, you definitely got to watch those ones, and then everything else comes after.
I'm so glad that ReZero.
I'm an otaku weeb. I'll watch all of them.
I'm so excited that ReZero's back because I fucking love ReZero, man.
ReZero is so good, and I never know what's happening ever.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for this next season. Again, this season I felt was very sparse for things that I was going to enjoy. I've been keeping up with like Isla's, Can't Feel Her Feelings and Rush.
That was like one of the good ones.
Yeah,
Still
I'm really enjoying that. It's fun.
I'm
but
still
like most of the stuff I'm gonna drop.
It has remained its title of the most okayest of the season. But like I'm still watching it. I don't know. There's not nothing this season is like really memorable.
Nothing really. Like
it's like
I'm
Alia,
trying to think.
Like Delico's Nursery, dude. I watched the episode 4, and I'm like, man, I just don't know.
When you told me, it was like ain't shit happening.
Literally, like I don't like. It's part of it that I don't understand what's happening is they're translating in a different order. than what they should be because, you know, the Japanese, their subject comes in a different spot than in English. So
Yeah.
they are using an abbreviation that's not a direct abbreviation. So it's like the abbreviation is Trump, like TRUMP, but the abbreviation is for, I know that already threw me off, but the abbreviation is for the true of Vamp, and they will like randomly slot them into each other, and I'm like, wait, who are you talking about? so that's already hard to follow. And then like the whole premise is like the main guy is like the best at everything. Like that's his shtick. Is he's like the best at everything, so that he was also going to be the best at child rearing, and then like his elite group was like, hey man, fuck that, you guys, you gotta stick true to the mission. And he's like, nah. And then they're like, fine, then do both. And he's like, if I'm gonna do both, then we're all gonna do both. So then everybody had their kids over, and then they're just having these like unfollowable meetings while we're watching these kids like terrorize the room. And it's
so
like,
it's just anime vampire Rugrats.
I'm not even sure if the main characters are vampires themselves or if they are just like fighting vampires, because they keep talking about how they have initiative over people, and like they don't have fangs. They don't have clearly visible fangs, and they go outside, but they fucking tuck like they're vampires all the time. And I'm like, are you?
And you are 4 episodes in and didn't know?
Yeah, I'm like, I still don't know who's who.
Damn. Yeah, it's been a lot of drops this season. I was watching Osan for the big titty dark elf lady, because I mean, come on now. But then you were like, yeah, she don't do shit. And I was like, all right, I'm done with this thing, man.
She's still standing there. She almost got to do something. The main character started training another person, and they were like, he was like, Renee, who's the dark elf girl, she's the one who did this for me, so she can do it for you. And then they just like cut to black, and I was like, what the fuck?
You gotta save on the animation budget, man. You gotta save.
Yeah, and I'm not quite at a level of brain rot yet for.
I need to watch that. I need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't started
I watched
it.
like 4 episodes. What the? Oh, his brain. There it is. Yeah, my filter set up to trigger off a brain.
So for all the audio listeners, I don't know if we gonna keep this in or not, because this is a live. This is in front of a live studio audience. So on Vix's side of things, on his camera, he has a filter that goes off based off of when he says brain, that gives him the spheroid 5-head thing. So it just happened. I'm just staring at the screen as he happened. I'm just like so confused. I was like, what the fuck? He's like,
my head just like inflates like a balloon. I saw it happen, and I was like, what the? Because I thought it was all off right now. So apparently the filters are not off.
Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious.
And it doesn't normally like obey me very well, so the fact that it just functioned,
I mean, you were
right
just
now
trying to do it earlier.
Like, really? You pick now to decide that you want to work?
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Well, then I think that's the perfect segue to our first topic of the podcast today. We're going to be talking about, again, the Ouroboros comes wrapping round and round again. We're going to be talking about our original idea for our podcast topic, which was who will be the... actually, you might need to refresh my memory. It was the 6 characters that we would like to hang out with, our bromance Pokemon.
Yeah,
6-pack.
Yeah, our party of 6 anime characters that we would like to hang out with. If you could send the 6 of them to another universe or to different universes, I picked 6 different universes to get stronger or to increase their abilities. Where would you send them? The catch that I didn't tell you, so if you don't have this included in yours, I understand. The catch was supposed to be, you can't magically obtain the ability of that world. You can only get it if you could train for it. So like you could get Nen, but you can't get a quirk.
Yeah, but you can get a devil fruit power, but you couldn't get...
I didn't do any devil fruits because then I would have to come up with which devil fruit. And that means I'd have to do a lot of research into what devil fruits are even available. So
You just steal somebody's power. But yes, I that's
Kill
fine.
somebody,
I
take
mean,
their food.
but yeah, so we can go back and forth and kind of talk about where we would send these characters to get that level up, man. Again, I'm a shonen fucking almost I'm a shonen schmeathead, but I'm a shonen meathead, and I love a good training arc, like straight up. I love a good tournament arc. I love a good training. I love a montage. Like I like seeing characters grow and train and become better and work on new moves. And you see that be put in active and put in action and put into effect. So I guess I can start off. I can go first, right?
All right.
So my first character would be Ichigo Kurosaki. Now, if you are on Twitter, you know there's an allegation out here, you know, that people be calling Ichigo a fraud, right? Like all these anime fucking heads and anime talking heads on Twitter be like, oh, Ichigo's a fucking fraud. He's not a real fucking swordsman. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, this man, he's just a strong guy.
Abundance of spiritual pressure that he compensates for not being able to like have a technique. But
yeah.
If he could, though.
Yeah, if he could, though, he would solo every verse. Goku, dead. Saitama, dead. Because Ichigo's that guy. He got that dog in him. So you know what I would do is, even though I don't think my boy needed, my boy Ichigo's the fucking GOAT. I don't think he needs it. But I would send him into Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. I would have him have his own Hashira training arc. He don't need all of his Ryatsu. He don't need against a Katesho because all that shit's apparently fake in Demon Slayer.
Because he could learn breathing techniques, so he would be even more sturdy than he already is.
Exactly. I would have my boy training with Giyu, training with all the Hashira, and getting strong as hell. He come back Kenpachi who? Aizen who? That's most Scooby-Doo shit. He gonna wipe up everybody. But no, I think that will actually be a lot of fun. Because I think since the author is incorrect, but whatever, we'll go by it this time. The breathing shit, all the fire effects, all the water effects, all the lightning effects, that ain't real. So all of it is just straight up technique.
No, they're real.
It's still real to me, damn it.
He can get Tensho right out of his sheath.
But knowing that they are techniques that anybody can learn if they put in enough training, I think that would be sick. I think that would be a boon for any swordsman to train in Demon Slayer under the Hashira, because I mean they're the pinnacle. It was the main story crux of the last season of Demon Slayer. If you guys haven't caught up, it's the Hashira training arc. So its training is on the brain. And I think Ichigo would fit in perfectly with the boys, even though, you know, most of them are just sweet cinnamon rolls and sweet honey buns, like little guys or whatever. But Ichigo come in there, he'd be a little brash. You know, I feel like Tengen would like Ichigo. I feel like a lot of
like Ichigo, the Wind Dude.
Oh, the Wind Dude will fucking love Ichigo. I forget what his damn name is.
They would fucking hate each other, and then they would just like bro fight all the time.
It would be sick. It would be sick. But yes, it would be awesome. I would love to see that. I would send my boy. Because again, you brought it up with the Straw Hats. If Kuma could just come into different and have the multiversal power to just slap people to another universe, that's where I'll have Kuma slap him. I'll have Ichigo go over to Demon Slayer. All right, Vix, what is your first? Where would you fucking banish somebody?
It's hilarious that your first pick goes to Kimetsu no Yaiba, because mine was Tanjiro, and it took me a long time to think of a good spot that like Tanjiro could go to, because there's not like he's pretty well rounded already. Anything that would make him like drastically stronger would be something that you'd have to be born with. It'd be really hard for him to get any stronger than he already is, like, because he's just a human, right? So I was going through my list, and there was one that I think he slots into almost perfectly. If you've ever seen Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, the Kingdom of Magic, he would fit in great there by the time that he's at the part in the series that he is right now, because he has Rengoku's sword. So, well, actually, he has Rengoku's hilt with what's his name, Yoichi's sword. The like magical component in Magi is that you have to have a great affection for your like vessel, and they're usually like a metal item of some kind. Well, Tanjiro's sword could host one of the Solomon soldiers of whatever. I don't know which one he would take, but he would get one of them, and they would be amazing because he's a very creative fighter. So he would be able to use it like probably as good as, or if not better than, like Alibaba, who uses the fire one. I forget his name. I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen Magi, but Magi was really good.
Yeah, same.
But Magi was really good. I remember them having to host their like essentially JoJo stands in their weapons, and I was like, dude, that would be epic in like a story sense. That Rengoku's hilt with Yoichi's sword and Tanjiro's flexibility with the like magical ability that they could get off of that, it would be insane after that. It would be, story-wise would be great. His skills would go through the fucking roof. And then if he could bring that back, nobody would stand a chance. Muzan, dead.
Dude, I just love like I just want these guys to be stronger so they can be sent back to take care of the ops. Like, fuck this shit. I'm tired of seeing my boys. These my brothers struggling against motherfuckers trying to ruin your life.
Watching people die.
Yeah, fucking demon Michael Jackson pissing me the fuck off.
Amon Nova is saying it's Amon. Was it? What was
I don't remember, dude.
I can't remember the name that was. I want to say that's wrong because I can't remember the name of. I can't remember the kid now. I want to call him Aladdin, and that's not right. I don't think that's right.
It's close, I believe, right?
I know the dude with the spirit is Alibaba, but Aladdin seems like too on the nose, so I'm like, that can't be right. But I can't remember his name was like Ugo or something, so maybe it is Amon.
Maybe.
I also remember Sinbad having 7 of them, which was like outrageous. So if Sinbad can have 7, then Tanjiro can have 2. So, but that's who I would send him out there. I think that would be epic in a like every sense of it. I don't think he would be the strongest one in like all verses or anything, but he would absolutely get stronger and narratively would slot in very well because of
I was
Rengoku. Because then it would be like, being a little hyperbolic. If he got him on and then it was like the spirit of fire, so then it was like Rengoku lives. So
oh, that's making me sad, dude. I miss Rengoku. He's on my list too, so I get to talk about him a little bit more. But God, Rengoku's fucking awesome.
Well, it's time. Go ahead, tell us about Rengoku. Where would you send him so that he could survive his onslaught?
Like, okay, so it had to be like a reverse Isekai. No, no. But yeah, so Rengoku, let's just say, that fight against the fucking Upper Moon 4, I forget his damn name.
3 Akuza.
Akuza, yes, Akuza. He dies or whatever, and then he gives Tanjiro that heartfelt message, and then, he passes away and they get isekai to another universe. I would send my boy Rengoku to Kenshin, to Rurouni Kenshin, so that he could continue to train and pass on his knowledge to other samurai. I feel like, dude, what was his damn name?
In this scenario, are you assuming like he can't go back to Demon Slayer because he's like dead?
I guess I made up this whole scenario in my head right now.
What would that do him if like he gets?
I didn't go back. I just wanted to bring up the Isekai thing. I thought it'd be funny.
Akuza's fist, then he goes train Kenshin's. I don't know. Would Kenshin even need that? Like,
give Rengoku fucking Godspeed. Just give him Godspeed. Just have him train with Kenshin. Have him train with everybody. Pick up their techniques because they are all like
that would be cool as fuck. I feel like that would also be like a cool spinoff because I feel like Kenshin would be really like resilient to teaching that because he already won't teach it to Yahiko.
Yeah,
because Yahiko wanted to learn it and he's like, this is a murder. This is a type of murder for one versus many. And he's like, you have to learn what's her name's sort of saving or whatever.
Nah, sort of bullshit. Once Rengoku convinces
Rengoku just
Kenshin,
like decapitates somebody, he's like, I'm good. Like, you could just teach me.
Yeah, because it's like Rengoku's already a master swordsman in his own respect, right? And once he, and Kenshin understands, like, I'm not fighting humans. I protect humans from demons, people who cannot be reasoned with. I need everything in my arsenal to be able to stop it. And I think Kenshin will understand because he's not taking human life. He's actually saving lives. And I don't know. I just think it would be fucking sick. I mean, pretty much be like awesome. Thunder breathing.
I would love to see that, like, couple episodes of spin-off while he trains and then goes back.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it would be fucking cool as shit to have it like Rengoku. Again, this is the boon of American comics because you get crossovers like this all the fucking time. But it would be so cool to see Rengoku hanging out with Kenshin Nomura. And he just sitting there eating food. Umai. And Kenshin's just like, that it is really delicious. That I say so. It is. Dude, I remember his dumbass speech pattern when I was a kid. But I don't know if they still do that. I'm not sure what the Japanese equivalent of it because I've only watched Kenshin dub.
It was Oro. He always did that.
Oro, okay. Okay, yeah, that was his Date Bayo, I guess.
The Japanese version for that it is, well, this is not like a direct translation. It's just like sentence ender that doesn't mean anything. I think he always used Degozaru. Well, I think that was the one he always used. And then whenever he was confused, he'd always go, Oro.
I miss Kenshin. I just try not to think about the author stuff. But
now
goddamn it, I love Kenshin.
And we're going to think about this new Kenshin.
Yeah, we just go not talk about the other stuff right now. Please, let me just have some kind of happy memories from my childhood. But yes, I honestly think that would be cool as hell. And if Rengoku could come back with the knowledge and teaching of a master Batosai samurai warrior who, dude, Kenshin's fucking sick, dude. I remember those fights when I was a kid. He's fucking awesome. But you can also learn from other people. Like, what was the cop dude, military dude, that had like the super thrust attack?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name because
I fucking, dude, it's been so long since I watched
Kenshin. He didn't do anything ever.
He was like an antagonist. He just fucking got trivialized.
Yeah, he was like one step behind all the time, and then everybody that he ever fought, he just lost to. And I was like, well.
But he was cool though.
I think if anybody else in that world besides Kenshin were to teach him anything valuable, it would be the leader of the Oni Waban group, whatever that dude's name was, with the
flame guy.
No, not Shishio. Well, I mean Shishio could because Shishio does use he won't, but he could.
Yeah, he could.
The guy with the white coat, he had the kodachi as his weapons, the short swords. Those are like he had a very wide arsenal of attacks that made Kenshin really struggle. So that would probably be helpful for Rengoku to know. I think Kenshin's style would probably fit Rengoku more, but if he wanted to just branch out, that guy could do it.
Yeah,
almost certainly.
I think it would be sick. Again, send the swordsman to the place of peak swordsman in feudal Japan, and then have him come back stronger, better than ever. And please just be in the series and be relevant, man. Dude, they made me fall in love with Rengoku. Dude, Rengoku, because again, I'm all about the fire-blooded character. You know what I mean? The guy is just yo, I'm fighting. I'm gonna put my all into it. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna get strong, and I'm gonna protect the people that I care about because this is what's important. And just being kind and being just also he was just a nice dude. And he's just I'm doing everything that I can. And he was he wasn't optimistic to the point of insanity where just no, everything's gonna go great, whatever. He was no, sometimes I fail, sometimes I fuck up, sometimes I can't be everywhere, but I gotta try to do the best that I can to protect the people that I can and just be the best Hashira I can, even with all the shit that he was dealing with, his backstory with his dad and his younger brother and all that shit. They wrote Rengoku so well, man. Rengoku's sick, dude, and it fucking pisses me off if we don't get more of them. But Tengen's cool too, and the other Hashira are cool and whatever. But fuck. Anyway, but yes, that's where I was sitting, my boy, to get stronger so that he can fucking GG no easy fucking bullshit.
Akaza. He's fucking annihilating everybody.
Oh fuck yeah! Who else touch him?
Easy.
Dude, God, it makes me so
sad. He's gonna come back and be like, Alejandro, I need my sword back, or my hilt back, and he's gonna be like, I kind of got a spirit in here now, can't let me do that.
But yes, all right. So, what would be your next world that you would send one of your homies to get stronger?
So one of the ones that was on my party, it was so hard to think of because he's a non-combatant. Right, there's a couple of them that are non-combatants, so coming up with 3 of them was pretty difficult. Shikamaru in this one, I sent him to. I was gonna send him to one of 2 places, and they both seemed really good. I was gonna send him to Dr. Stone, and that makes a lot of sense to me because while he's really smart, he's more clever right now, and I think he could do so much with the vast array of knowledge that Senku has. I feel like he would be able to learn so much and then be able to put it into practical use when he goes back. And Senku is learning how to lead. So because he's the only one that can. So I think Shikamaru could also learn from that. I'm using Shikamaru from before Boruto because after Boruto, he just since I haven't read any of the light novels or the Naruto Gaiden series or whatever, he, to me, just magically learned all of the politics and shit. So my headcanon is that he got transported over to Dr. Stone, and Dr. Stone taught him the ways of the leader, and now he is able to come back and help Naruto. But at the same time, I was like, that's not a lot. Like he would be able to make like lots of adjustments to the current world that Naruto is in with all of that like real world knowledge. But I was like, how much is that actually helpful when you can like change the weather? So I was like, all right, what's another one that Shikamaru would just be good in? I put him in No Game No Life as the second one. Could you imagine Blank versus Shikamaru in that world? That would be fucking sick. I think watching Shikamaru versus Blank doing a like shogi match, that would be insane. If for like a weird board game that's like boring chess, I would be like, no way, he just took that guy's rock. But that would be epic, and I think Blank would be one of the few like people that could like make him have to think more than normal.
Yeah,
I think this would like expand his like ability to be flexible. So like while it wouldn't be readily apparent or how useful it could be, it potentially could be a substantial boost, or it could be completely useless. You never know. So, but
hey, we look at
maybe he becomes the god
here.
of games over there, and then he just brings everybody with it. And he's like, I brought my own personal army. So,
dude, okay. So this is a serious question I want to ask. I never really thought about it until right now. Is Shikamaru or Shikadai the smartest character in Naruto? Like,
so
I'm trying to think like who is smarter than this.
So the like consensus is no. While he is the smartest of the ones put in front of us, there are characters like Orochimaru is probably smarter.
True. But I think Shikamaru could probably outsmart Orochimaru, man.
I don't know, like Orochimaru's got like a lot of like dark secrets that I don't know if Shikamaru would be able to figure it out fast enough. There's one in Boruto.
I think if anybody could do it, it would be him.
New guy, one of the new guys in Boruto, Amagi, I think his name is. He's like an expert in ninja tool science. He's also very smart, but he is very dismissive of other people's like situations. He's very much more, I'll do it if I'm better off, not if you're better off. So, like, while Shikamaru is probably the smartest that slots into a position that we would like to see, there are people that are smarter that are in positions that we don't agree with. Like Orochimaru stealing bodies. He might be smarter, but I'm not gonna do that.
True.
So, but yeah, Shikamaru, No Game No Life, or Dr. Stones. I think he could get value out of both of them. Which one he would get more value from, I wouldn't be able to tell you. It would have to be up to him. I'd be like, look, man, you want the red or the blue pill?
Dude, put that motherfucker in the white room, in fucking classroom of the elite.
I almost put him in classroom of the elite. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if he's actually smarter than Ayano Koji.
Dude, that would be fucking sick, dude. I would love to see that. I had to pull myself
back for like recency bias. I was like, oh, he is just a high schooler right now. I don't know how smart he actually is. Like right now, he's fucking playing people, but like, could Shikamaru do that? Is Shikamaru beyond that already? I don't really know his current situation, but I'll tell you, it was almost there. I sat there and I saw on my list all like 3 seasons of Classroom of the Elite next to each other, and I was like, he could.
He would be a fucking threat, dude. Even without his ninjutsu, he would be a fucking threat. It would be sick.
Actually, dude, you know what? Thinking about it, I think he would get more value out of Dr. Stone because Gen is there. I think Gen would give him like a lot of value. Is that true? If I had to say anything, I would probably say the way that he like has learned to speak to people is probably his biggest shortcoming. But Gen would, if he could learn from Gen, dude, he would just be like, I rule this world, man, and you gave it to me willingly. So I guess I would solidify myself in Dr. Stone for Shikamaru. So
There we go.
But all right, what do you got? What's your next one?
All right, so my next one's basic. My next one's basic as fuck. So I'm gonna go with Yusuke Urameshi. Urameshi. I'm sending that motherfucker to Dragon Ball, like just straight up. Like I honestly feel like
do Ki Blast.
I know, but Goku got bigger Ki Blast. Teach Yusuke how to fly. Just have him train under Gohan.
Bomb.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like spirit gun, spirit shotgun, like adding in other like learning how to control his spiritual energy, like Krillin, and be able to manipulate it in different ways. Learning martial arts from like fucking Gohan or Roshi or something like that. Like, there's so much that he could grow in Dragon Ball. Being in a time chamber and like, all right, we're going in for a day, come back a year later, you demon up, new spirit, fucking energy attacks and shit like that. Like, because anybody can learn. Videl learned. She straight up came from not knowing what ki is to being able to fly in like a month or whatever the hell. So like, give Yusuke the ability to fly, and he's already like 10 times better. Right now, all you do is just jump real high. So I think that it'll be sick. Plus, I think it will just be fun as hell, dude. Yusuke Urameshi is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. I don't know how he is in the English dub or in Japanese sub, but he's one of the biggest shit talkers in the dub, and I fucking love that.
I think, yeah, I was like, I think they just like censor it a lot in other language. So
yeah, I've never watched outside of a film Yu Yu Hakusho in Japanese, and I don't remember if he's as much of a delinquent
Yu Yu
shit
Hakusho,
talker.
I think, is one of those ones that I just didn't like in Japanese very much. They're like, back then the English dubs were so much better. They did such a good job of like matching voice actors to the character more so than matching them to the Japanese voice actor. So a lot of them were a lot better to be like, yeah, you can watch it in Japanese or sub or like sub or dub. Either one works. Nowadays, it's like every time I'm like, nah, man, just watching a sub. They're like, you a dub hater? I'm like, oh, I mean, because they suck, but it's not because it's dub.
I like some dubs. I like My Hero. JJK's dub is good. There's only one thing I have a problem with JJK's dub. It's just like I feel like some characters' voices are just, they don't fit the character. And that just happens sometimes. And it's just a personal thing, I guess. But like, say like Aaron from, I know we talked about this before, and I'll get off of this, but Aaron, old, his voice don't fit for me. Toji, and I feel like Ghetto voice, I feel like should be switched. Because I feel like
in the Japanese
Toji
version?
in English.
Okay, I was like, bro, Toji in Japanese is fucking amazing. What are you talking about?
The problem is that Toji in English, he sounds like a fucking child. He sounds like a fucking dweeb.
That's why I never watched Dragon Ball in Dragon Ball Z in Japanese, because like why did they sound like that?
Let old grandma Goku scream. But yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, anyway, whatever. But yes, I would send Yusuke to Dragon Ball so he can come back fucking yoked to the gills, beat the shit out of Toguro, be the strongest pinnacle of power in the universe.
I don't think Goku would let him leave after a while. He'd be like, "Are you sure you want to go? we still take a stroll down Snake Way. Like, you sure you want to stick around?"
He'll just be like, "Oh, you know, I just want to fight you again sometime."
He would resonate with Goku. He's like, "Hey, we both died. We both came back."
True.
Let me show you what I did when I was dead.
He just kills him. But no, I think that he would get a major benefit. Again, they're both two classic shonen series, and I think that it would be just cool. I mean, a lot of it now is just like fucking character interactions that I would love. But yes, I think Yusuke could get a huge benefit. But who's your next character? And where are you gonna send them suckers?
So I tried really hard to stay away from like the really obvious answers. Like, I try not to send anybody to the Soul Society, nobody to Naruto, nobody to One Piece, nobody to. I wanted to have more like unique answers. So the next one that was on my list was Karma from Assassination Classroom, and I was like, again, he is just a dude. So where can I send him to make him better, like a better version of himself that like already exists? And I had one that I was like, oh man, this is so fucking good. And then I was scrolling through the list to find the rest of them, and I was like, fuck, there's a better one. So the first one I was going to send Karma to was Gate. Gate? Gate.
Yeah.
I was like,
I love Gate.
He is like, by the end of like the series, he is like a trained fighter. He is extremely skilled in like military tactics. That was his like assassin specialty was that he was like a platoon leader. He was very good at fighting. He was like superior in just like every way to most other people. He was incredibly smart for his age and his inexperience, and then he learned very quickly on how to fight things in the way to like manage a platoon. And I was like, if he went to Gate, he'd be able to learn from the military there when they go to like fight not normal things. Because you know he's trying to learn how to fight like Koro Sensei, and it's like that's not normal. So learning normal military things won't help. But if you went to Gate, who's learning how to fight things like dragons, maybe you could learn something valuable there. But then at the same time, I was like, in my mind, that was like perfect. I was like, this is a match made in heaven. And then I was like, damn it, Hunter x Hunter exists.
Yeah.
And I was like, Karma having Nen, and Nen is a teachable ability. And I was like, Karma could learn any type of Nen and be really good at it. So I think I would solidify my answer into Hunter x Hunter for Nen, but if I couldn't send him there for whatever reason, then I would send him to Gate.
I'm gonna be real. Send all these motherfuckers to Hunter x Hunter. Nen is so good, dude.
That's why I was
Nen
like,
is
I can't
so
send
good.
them all. Because Nen is just like an overall good one, but like you, I don't know what type he would have. I almost feel like he is like so versatile. He would just get specialist.
Oh my god, just
like,
make
I
him
don't fucking
broken.
know what he would have as a specialist. So, or he would have like it's not illusionary mission.
Oh, not a. Is it a mission? No, it's one where maybe it is a mission. Because it's, I'm gonna look up Nen categories. Keep
Let me see this
yapping.
Nen chart real quick.
Because I don't remember. I love. All right. So you got enhancement, transmission or transmutation, conjuring, specialization, manipulation, and emission.
Manipulation. Dude would be manipulation. Like 100%.
Controlling animals and inanimate things. Manipulation.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. He already tries to do that. And it's like not even a thing. He's already trying to break the verse walls.
He might already be a Nen user. Don't even know.
Yeah, he's actually, that's why he doesn't show up at the beginning of the series, because he was in Hunter x Hunter. So, but yeah, I would definitely have to send him over there, especially with a category like manipulation for Karma. Dude, that is a match made in heaven. He would almost certainly try to learn all of it, but you know, specialty manipulation for sure. But on to the next one. Who you got?
All right. So the next one on my list is the boy. Is Spike Spiegel. So I was debating. I was like, where the fuck would I send Spike? I mean, he's just like a martial arts gun-toting, gun-slinging, you know, guy who just loves to fight and loves women and loves eating food, but he's poor. And I was like, you know what? What I would think would be sick to kind of keep it in that same era of anime, I would send Spike Spiegel into the world of Trigun. So instead of him, I mean, he is a bounty hunter. So he's a bounty hunter. Vash is the biggest bounty in the world. I would love to see him try to hunt down Vash, then become good friends. Because again, once you meet Vash, I mean, how can you not love him? Vash is the best, which is funny because Vash is also on my list. But I'm not going to swap it because that would be boring. But I would send Spike to Trigun's world. You know, going. I forget what the fucking planet's called, but there's a planet that's all shitty. Because
Not
I think
Earth.
that he could do. Wait, what?
Not Earth.
Yeah, not Earth. Desert Rock. But I would love to see him in that world, like taking down bounties, meeting a bunch of different people, learning other gunslinging tricks, getting different like equipment and weapons and crazy ass guns. Like I doubt Spike would get like a giant fucking cross gun, like Nicholas Wolfwood.
Dude,
But
that would be hilarious though if he just whipped out the fucking cross and just.
Dude, it would be sick. It would
Where
be
did you get
sick.
that
But
from?
just but just having any Trigun gun is fucking awesome. Because I love, again, I don't know the manga's name off of the top of my head, but I love Trigun. I read the entirety of the manga in Trigun Maximum. I love how he draws these big ass like fucking revolvers like that are just huge and blocky. But they look so fucking sick, like these giant revolvers that Knives and Vash have. Give one of those, give two of those, hell, give them all to Spike Spiegel, and just have him go around being the best fucking bounty hunter. Like he would clean up so much shit. Again, I love Vash. Vash is awesome. Vash is great. But he got so much trauma and shit that he's dealing with. You know, have old long arm of the law Spike Spiegel going in here. He'll get everybody up. He'll be fucking rich. He'll come back to Faye and
I'll clean
Jet
up your world and then
Ein.
come back clean up mine.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man, it will be fucking sick, man. I think that will be awesome. And I just think, honestly, I mean, a lot of this list now for me, now that I talk about it, I'm just like, I would just love to see the interaction. I would love to see Spike and Vash. Seeing, like, they would be like a fucking awesome trio. It would be Vash, Wolfwood, and fucking Spike just being fucking badasses. Nice wouldn't stand a fucking chance. I mean, granted, you know, Vash probably wouldn't fight him by himself, but nobody would have a fucking chance. All the bullshit that you have to go through, having Spike there with you, they would be fine. Because Vash is put in some insane like situations that test this man all the time. Dude, I love Trigun. Watch Trigun if you haven't watched Trigun. It's a fucking classic. But yeah, I think that would be awesome. He would be able to learn a lot from Vash because Vash is like an expert when it comes to non-lethally taking down opponents as well as dodging like incoming fire and just being very elusive. And I think that's one of the skills that Spike has as well. But when it comes to martial arts, he's not good at dodging bullets for reasons. But he's a very, very good martial artist. And he's one of those martial artists like, you got to be like water, you got to flow. And I love the fight scenes in Cowboy Bebop. But I think he can learn some good gunplay, some good gun kata from your boy Vash and Stampede. Because that's his whole deal, man. He is a fucking trigger finger happy. And he makes fucking miracles happen with his gun. So I think that would be fucking awesome. I think that would be sick.
Yeah, if Spike could have like the crazy like accuracy and like gun tricks that Vash has, I haven't seen the original. I only watched the Stampede one, and even in that one, he did some like crazy ass gun tricks. Sometimes I was like, man, just shoot that guy.
I know, like the shit that he pulls off is insane, but he could easily just kill him.
Yeah, I was like, this is just so difficult. He ends up dead anyway, and it's like, why don't you just shoot the guy? Like, I get it, pacifism, but like, Spike, get in here, tag in,
dude. Exactly. But I always found that funny because he would like do the most insane thing to like disable his opponent. And I'm just like, you could have just shot the guy. You could have shot him in the knees. Anyway,
we could have avoided like 30 minutes of this episode.
But that's my boy. I love Vash Stampede. But all right, who's next on your list?
All right, I have next on my list is Senku. So from Dr. Stone, I would send him to Full Metal Alchemist. I would have him learn alchemy, and I think that is enough said. Imagine that motherfucker who could just create material out of anything. He just has fucking dirt anywhere. Bro can just do anything.
He will be a factory upon himself, just making all the insane shit.
He's like, I don't even need this fucking weird cotton candy machine to make string. I'll just string.
I mean, with the information and the knowledge that he has, and alchemy just being about the knowledge of things and how they work
is a learned talent, so he can absolutely bring that back. Like in his world, he's not going to be like pressed against other alchemists or whatever. He can take his time, draw circles. I mean, if he has like a default one, maybe he's got like a bunch of papers that he can just like fill out, and maybe he just get this mass array of circles. You walk into his lab and it's just all papers hung up like a green room, but it's all just like transmutation circles.
Instead of the fucking like E equal MC square on his chest is like a transmutation circle.
Yeah. It's actually just a whole bunch of circles. Like the E is like 4 of them, and then the M is like 4. And then he can do it twice because it's square.
That would be fucking insane.
He would be an unstoppable menace in both worlds if he could learn alchemy. Dude would be insane.
Because the one thing about Senku is that he's physically weak and he doesn't have like the constitution to fight or survive in harsh environments.
Or even like he doesn't even have the constitution to like build his own shit. So if he could just transmute it instead,
that would be so fucking crazy.
The things he could do would be like ridiculous.
If he could think it and he could know what it's made out of.
And he already knows how basically everything is made. So bro, the things that he could like fuck together and just like be like, this isn't even a real thing, but it is now. So
yeah, he would have had that gun way earlier,
yeah.
and it would have worked.
He would have made that gun out of that dude's clothes.
Dude, that's fucking wild. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
I was like, dude, when I was going through my party, I was like, dude, how the fuck am I gonna make Senku better? Like, he can't fight for shit, and he's already smarter than everything. I was like, I guess he would go do like fitness training. And then I was scrolling through, and I was like, no, wait, alchemy would be wild.
Alchemy will be insane, dude. Luckily, because they tease the mad scientist of Senku, like he's like, oh, he's just this crazy guy doing all this sciencey shit. But luckily, we know our boy got a heart of gold, and he wouldn't human transmute nobody.
If anybody would find a way to do it, I mean,
oh no,
he would just learn how to like start transmuting the petrification devices, and then he would just be able to be like, I can fix anybody with this thing.
Oh, I 100% think that he would just be able to transmute like them from stone to whatever fuck.
Workaround. Like he would transmute ways to fix people instead of just transmuting people.
Like he would just have to know what the fucking bat shit juice is made out of, and then he just like make that anywhere.
Oh, yeah, just shitloads of nitric acid. He wouldn't even need that. Yeah, it's like he just needs to know the formula for the serum. He doesn't even need nitric acid. He just skip that step.
Yep. I was like, dude, you made a god in that world. That would be fucking insane, dude. I don't think Tsukasa would be
a problem after that.
Hell the fuck no.
But yeah, definitely. That's probably one of the biggest matches in heaven that I could think of across any anime ever. Like that is so fucking good. I'm glad I got that nerd on my team. But my next two are gonna be, one's gonna be pretty generic and one's gonna be pretty lost. So.
Yeah, mine are kind of like that as well. Not to downplay our list. This list is the best list of reverse isekai anime characters that we like, going to other universes that we like. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm having fun talking about it. But mine are going to be fun, and I'll explain them. It's going to be a good time. But my next character would be Neji Hyuga, one of my favorite characters from Naruto. I just thought Neji was cool, and I loved his story and his character growth over the course of the entire show of Naruto.
How would you stop him from being a pincushion?
All right. Damn, man, what the fuck? Well, actually, I probably wouldn't. You know what's bullshit is that, god damn it, the motherfucker has the perfect ability to solve that fucking problem. Just spin, you stupid bitch. But anyway, so what I would do is, because again, Neji is not just a ninja, not just a chakra user, but he is a martial artist. So I would send Neji Hyuga under the learning tree in Kenichi's mightiest disciple.
No, fucking wait. That's where my next character is going.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So, hey, he got a training partner now.
Yeah. So my next character was Lena Lee, whose ability is only like the boots, the crystal boots. And I was like, her fighting capability is solely reliant on her innocence. So I was like, she has to go learn how to fight.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, just make Neji like understand different forms of martial arts, have him train with all the different masters, and come back not just with the fucking 64 palms and poking people. Make him come back with a whole new like mixed martial arts Neji
of moves.
Exactly, and then incorporate his chakra and his ninjutsu with the broadened horizon of the broadened horizon of his martial arts. With his ninjutsu, he will be unstoppable. Because Neji's like sick, and he has the ultimate defense and the fucking Byakugan, which has him see everything except for a dot behind him or whatever the fuck. But I think he fixed that at some point until he plot reasons didn't.
Not technically solved. I think the way that they did it was like there's a workaround for it where it is essentially you can pour chakra into the hole, and then while you can't see it, but you would feel the disruption in the chakra. So that's like their workaround for it. But they never really solved that, per se.
Yeah, God, I know that was like the biggest thing. Is like the one blind spot in the Byakugan. I'm just like, The fucking Sharingan gets everything. The only bad thing is like you go blind, but then you just pop somebody else's eye.
Kill a specific person.
Yeah, and that is true. But it's just like they get everything. Byakugan get shit on because like you can see everything, but you got a one noticeable blind spot where you just miss the shit that's gonna kill you. And it's like, come on now.
It's not even like a clan secret or anything. Everybody knows about it. Dude from from the Sound Village knew about it. That's like he's not even in the same area.
That's so fucking annoying, man. I'm Neji, my boy, my baby boy. But yeah, I would have that motherfucker trained to come back as a master martial artist under multiple discipline. And dude, mixing that in with his chakra, like not just doing the pressure point shit, but learning weapons and learning everything else. This dude would be a fucking menace in the world. Because like, again, like most Naruto characters, they stay in their lane. You know what I mean? They got their thing that they do, and they stay in their lane. But you could broaden that with some other martial arts training. And I think Neji would be fucking sick.
Yeah, I don't think it would be like a huge power spike, but it could definitely like round him out a little better.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
He's like a one-hit wonder right now, where it's like he can spin, and then when he can't spin, he's like, what are you really?
Dude, okay, I don't remember any other Neji fights in Naruto, but like he started out so fucking cool, just be like, yo, I could poke you and turn off your fucking chakra, you can't do shit.
Fucking annihilated Hinata, and he was kind of a dick. And then he was a dick against Naruto, changed his mind, and then he fought the Sound dude. Who did he fight after that?
He went on the fucking the Sasuke retrieval arc and fought the Sound dude, and then after that, he went on the mission with Guy and them in Shippuden, where they were tracking down after the whole Gaara arc, and they were tracking down the guy or whatever. I think they ended up fighting Kasame, but I don't think he did anything in that arc because they were like going in place of Kakashi. Because Kakashi and Team 7 were like doing other shit.
I don't remember him fighting Kisame.
I don't remember fighting anybody.
I remember Guy fighting him alone twice.
Somebody got put in water bubbles, and then Guy fought most of the shit. So I don't fucking know.
He did fight Kisame. Now you say that, yeah, the that was a Team 10. They got fucking caught in Kisame's water prism, and then that was it.
Yeah, I don't remember them really doing anything. But yeah, so I think that would improve Neji again. He doesn't really have any other feats because he just went from being like this cool martial artist with the poking people's chakra points to just I spin to win, and I was like his whole gimmick is just the fucking rotation.
Defensive wall was cooler anyway, where it was like the chakra net. I'm so mad that they didn't bring that back to where she would just like here's a cool ability. We're gonna use it one time, and it may or may not work.
Yep, yeah, she's a woman in shonen, and then it just became lion hands, and then like most characters, they have like a really good ability, they can't hit a motherfucker, and I'm just like, come on, dog, come on now.
So close.
Dude, it pisses me off.
Yeah, but I mean, Neji, hey, if Neji ends up going to Kenichi and Lena Lee is also there, then maybe Lena Lee could learn some chakra while she's at it. And we can have Lena Lee have
double buff in your character.
Yeah, I got double buffs on mine because Lena Lee can learn chakra, but Neji can't learn innocence. You have to be chosen by innocence. So.
That's why I was like, I'm just gonna buff this man's martial arts ability, make him strong. Because Neji is legitimately like a powerhouse. Like his abilities are fucking sick.
And Lena Lee can like by the time that they crystallize her innocence, she can basically fly. So if she could also learn how to fight like professional levels where they like really narrow down the weaknesses and they really expand on her martial arts capabilities, I know Lena Lee would also be like a wild threat. Definitely, probably wouldn't, even in her own verse, I don't think she would pass like Kanda, because Kanda's ability is broken as fuck. And
wait, who's Kanda? Is that hammer guy?
No, that's Lavi. Kanda is the sword dude, the twin sword dude, and only he could ever use his ability because it shaves away at his life, and he has like 9 lifespans. So it's his ability. Like if he dies, he can just be like, I'm not dead. But then it chips away at one of his lifespans, and like he can literally use his life force to like amplify his attacks. He's like crazy busted for his world. And then, Alan is obviously Alan, so like, can't win.
Yeah, he's the main character. Dude, I haven't watched The Gray Man in so long. I love The Gray Man, dude. I need to go back.
Dude, they had the one song in The Gray Man where Alan was playing on the piano. I fucking love that song. I wanted them to come out with a full version of that. And I was like, man, they never did. They didn't even come out with like that part, but without Alan screaming at the end. And I was like, but even though he'd screamed at the end, I'd still listen to it like crazy. But Lily definitely would need some like fighting background, because she's like dead in the water most of the time.
I was thinking, all she does is just like,
she just like kind of gets the short end of the stick. So
she just flies around and kicks people. That's all I remember.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's it.
So she does get taken down by like the level 4 demons and whatever. But I think if she had actual training, that instead of just being like, "Hey man, you're an innocence holder, you're good enough," if he had actual training, she would probably be crazy. Probably third strongest in her world. She just needs a little bit of rounding. But there's such a good value that you could get in having like 9 masters though. So
true. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how
much
much value she can get out of this, specifically the weapons person, because she's only going to use her boots. Like most of the time. Like maybe she could get like the little, what do they call the little needles? Senbone. Maybe she would use some of those. Perhaps. I don't know what else she would do. but like I think she would get good value out of it. So that's who I got.
Sure.
Who's your last guy?
All right.
You have
my last guy. My last guy is one of the greatest anime characters of all time. My last character that I'm going to send to a world is Valentinez, Akalnella, Zalfax, Skidor Hertz, Go Big Bila Blue Stradivari, Talon Trent. I can't even say it. It's like fucking Pierce, Alan Johnny Charlton, Hal Moss, Eva Valari, Baldeus, George, Daltez, Kaiser, the third. It's Vash the Stampede. I couldn't say Pierre for some reason. I couldn't say Pierre. No, I just looked it up. I looked up his full name.
That was so long. I pulled up our DMs to see what the party list was that I sent you, and I was like, "Who haven't you sent yet?"
So that's how Vash is. That's how Vash introduced himself.
The plant people, because there's Million Knives who's got a stupid ass name like that too.
Million Knives is sick. He's a million knives. But yeah, no, that's how Vash introduces himself for the first time. He's like, my full name is all that. I give a credit to Johnny Young Bosch for being able to do that on command. I've seen him at conventions, and he'll just say it.
The number of times that he had to go over that line, probably a stupid number. Like, you could probably have his bloopers just fill an entire episode with that.
Oh, 1,000%. But yes, Vash, the motherfucking Stampede, the humanoid typhoon. Dude, the goodest boy. I love Vash, dude. I can like never get tired of talking about this Trigun in general and Vash as a character. He's so fucking cool. But where I would send him, I'm not going to dilly dally and glaze my boy up too much. I would send Vash to this is gonna be so weird. This is more so just because I just think that he would have a good time and I want him to be happy. I would send Vash to Licorice Recoil. Now I know what you may be thinking. This is a weird one, right?
I mean, this is a weird one. I kind of get it. like a little bit because a little bit. The girl has like godly aim. But I think that is specifically because of her like overactive heart that they spoke about. So I'm like, nobody else can do that. Can he really learn from that?
The thing that I would want Vash to learn from her is reading trajectory. So Vash is already really good at that, right? Like his whole thing is like trick shots. That's what he does primarily, to be able to outsmart his opponents and make deciding like moves that will finish a fight, right? So he does like a bunch of like crazy ass trick shots and overwhelms his opponent, and he's able to outsmart them and stop them non-lethally. Like that's Vash's whole thing, right? But it's something that Vash also does is that he's able to dodge bullets because he's able to read trajectories. So the main character, I forget her damn name, from Licorice Recoil, that's like her whole gimmick. Like nobody can shoot her because she's so good at reading her opponent's muscle movements, reading the trajectories of an attack, and always dodging. It's one of my favorite things about like Licorice Recoil.
That would be so fucking hard to teach.
Yeah, but I think that Vash could learn it because he's already shown that he can do it in Trigun. So adding on the ability to dodge most things from being able to fucking read your opponent's body movements, their muscle, tense it up, where they're throwing stuff, their eye line, their height, and being able to like use all that dumb bullshit A squared plus B squared equals C squared that we learned in school, all that geometry, trigonometry, assholeology, to be able to dodge all the shit that Vash has to deal with in these gunfights, I think would be like the perfect skill to round out Vash as a character. Because again, he is very talented, right? He's an amazing shot. He has an incredible aim, but the motherfucker is always getting shot. That's why you have the whole scene where it shows body. He's missing a fucking arm. He got all these scars, all these fucking stab wounds and shit. But if he had his ability and his kind, gentle heart, but also able to dodge, I feel like my boy would be able to not be as fucking destroyed as he is. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's the whole... God, what is her name? What is the main character of Licorice Recoil?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. I really like that show, too.
I really enjoyed it as well. All right, so the main character, let me see. I just looked it up and it's like, Licorice Recoil, is it Yuri? It's like, I mean,
that's the first thing
not
I got
really.
too.
Yeah. All right, let me see. All right, Chisato. Chisato, right?
Yeah, I was like, the other girl's name is Takina, and I was like, I don't remember the other girl, the main girl's name. Too many characters.
I think Takina
can't be
is a lot of characters.
That's why we keep them on our personal storage devices, Google.
But my main thing that I love about Chisato is that she's always trying to protect everybody. Like, she doesn't want to kill. She doesn't harm. She will shoot the fuck out of you with a shotgun, but with beanbag bullets, which I thought was hilarious. But I really
non-lethally at the start of all the fights. So a lot of times she'll aim for the gun.
Yeah. Like, she's like, dude, she's so fucking... I love Licorice Recoil. I did not think I was going to enjoy it. I was like, oh, there's just some high school girls doing cute girl shit with guns or whatever. And then I started watching, I was just like, wait, this society is weird.
I like it, but not as much as I did.
Yeah, I did not think I was going to give a fuck about it, but I saw like a bunch of clips of like fights and gunfights. I was like, oh, this looks really fucking cool. Like, it's animated well. I was like, let me give it a shot.
The villain was voiced by Inosuke. I was like, oh, is that him? I heard him say one line and I was like, pause. Is that him? Looking him up.
But yes, I think Vash could learn her ability to be able to read the trajectory of oncoming fire. It's something that he's done in the past, dodging bullets, but he can fine-tune that ability, hopefully save himself as well as other people, because that's something that Chisato does. She's able to maneuver the battlefield to save not just herself, but other people that she's around and make sure that they're taken care of as well. It's kind of crazy how good she is at it. And at first, when you're watching the anime, you're just like, why the fuck can she just dodge bullets? What the fuck? This makes no sense. And then when she explained it, I was like, oh, because she's thinking like 5 fucking steps ahead. And I thought that was really cool. So save my boy Vash from getting shot up all the goddamn time and let him learn the art of the dodge.
Yeah, it would at least help him survive in his own world. He wouldn't become like a god or anything, but he would probably stop losing his body parts. So,
dude, again, it's one of my favorite like moments in Trigun is when Meryl and them see him without his clothes, like without a shirt. And they're just like, oh my God, like, is this the toll of you taking down your opponents non-lethally? He was like, yeah. He was like, but I don't want to kill. I don't want to take a life. If that means me, bearing all these scars, that's what I would do. But I don't want to take a life because of the memories of Rim, I believe. I forget. It's been a long time since I watched Trigun. Yeah, scientist lady from space.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either.
It's something. I'm close. It's something like that. Or maybe I'm thinking about ReZero. But anyway, space lady, Rim and Ram. But no, because of that. And it was just like such a, like, I don't know, man. That moment just stuck in my head. I was just like, God damn it, man. Vash is fucked up, man. My boy, he's hurting. Because you see him in the cool-ass red jacket with the leather gloves and the big-ass gun and the fucking cool-ass shades and the spiked-up hair. And you're just like, damn, this dude cool as fuck. He's a badass. And then you see him without his clothes on. And it's like, this dude is barely hanging on. His entire body is fucked.
He is a thread. He's not hanging on by a thread. He is the thread.
Dude, it's fucked up. And I'm just like, oh, I was watching it as like I was a kid or a teenager. I'm just like, God damn, what the fuck? It was crazy, but yeah, well, I've trained under Chisato, and I think he would just be having fun while they were at the cafe.
I definitely think that he would enjoy being there.
Oh, it would be fun. Let my boy be happy.
It's definitely not going to be like a super crazy power spike, but he would have a good time. They would probably have a good time. Definitely doesn't hurt to hone an ability that you have, but don't get to use very often. So that is definitely one way to look at it. Instead of creating a new ability, it's better to just hone the one that you have. I did not have anything like that for my last guy. My last guy was Natsu, and I was like, where the fuck do I send this guy? Everything I came up with was like, I don't know, this is dumb, because I put Fire Force here and I'm like, it won't work because everybody can control fire in some degree, so he's not going to do anything. And even if it wasn't the case, there's other people who can invert fire and just turn it into ice, so they just auto win. And I was like, well, probably not there. Like, he's not going to learn anything because that's a power you're born with, so you can't become a fire force or whatever the fuck they're called. So then I was like,
but think of the cool sound effects of his fucking dragon moves. It would sound like bass boosted and jet engines. It would be sick.
Yeah,
I love the sound design in Fire Force, dude.
For when he goes to Fire Force.
Dude, it'd be so fucking sick. I fucking love the sound effects.
Yeah,
like they're so meaty. Just and I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah, their sound design was really good. But I was like, he won't learn anything. He would lose all of his fights, and he wouldn't really like click with anybody there. So I was like, where else could he go? Like, I thought Blue Exorcist, and I was like, because of Satan's flames, and I was like, could he? Are those spirit or are those fire? Because if they're fire, then he can get the power up when he eats them. He won't learn anything, and if he can't bring that power back with him, that is again useless. So then I was like, I don't know. So then I was like, I don't know, fight Pokemon or something. I don't know. Go to Pokemon World and like fist fight Entei, see what happens.
I was like, he doesn't get stronger from eating fire. He just can replenish his stamina or whatever.
He does get stronger from eating fire, but only for like that, essentially that combat. Like, he doesn't just constantly eat fire to just inevitably get stronger. He only eats after he does it, like personally, where he does it only when he's tired. Generally speaking, and then he does eat, like in the 100-year quest, he eats the fire of the fire dragon god, and it ends up like half corrupting him. So like while he can eat any fire, there is a degree of power where it will just overwhelm him. So I was like, I can't just be all fire.
Send Natsu to One Piece. Have him, this is kind of like a manga thing now. I don't think the anime got there, but send him to Egghead, have him eat the fucking Everflame, the Mother Flame, but then he just have infinite energy.
He would just lose it though. He would, like a day later, nobody would have the Mother Flame.
I mean, the Mother Flame is like an infinite fire source.
The only thing that he ever ate that he got to keep permanently was Laxus's lightning. That was the only thing he ever ate that he got to keep. And I don't think he could continue to eat lightning. I think he just ate it the one time. He can coat his fire in lightning, and then that's all he's got. So then I was like, shit, I don't know. Like, could he just fight really strong dudes and just get stronger? Because I'm not going to send him anywhere where he can get smarter, not just a fucking idiot. So he's got to be... I'm literally only trying to train his combat strength. I was like, slime? Reincarnated as a slime? Maybe he can fight Veldora, and maybe... I don't know how strong Veldora's, like, end strength is, but, like, would he be able to fight current anime state Rimuru? Would he be able to fight Veldora? Would he learn anything there? I don't know. Yeah, his fire-based magic is very powerful, but at the same time, it's like, that's all he's got.
He's physically strong.
Like, his combat sense is already insane. I guess it would be more formal training, but does he really need that? I don't feel like he needs it.
I'm trying to think. Because I was like, Fire Force would be funny, just them kicking like Shinra, just kicking fire into his fucking mouth. But you know, it's not. Work. It's temporary. It's temporary. I know.
Everybody in that world is resistant to fire, so. Especially if he fought the captain guy in Fire Force, the captain or the dude in the white cloth who can absorb fire and turn it into kinetic energy. He would just make that guy turn into a bomb. So I don't know.
Well, it's kind of recent, but I was like, send him to Wistoria.
So
have him go to the fucking magic school.
I don't think he would learn any magic. That's the thing.
He's not like a mage.
He's stupid as fuck. He's not going to learn that he only knows fire Dragon Slayer magic because his dad taught it to him. That's the only reason he knows it. He's not going to go, because otherwise he would have just learned it off of somebody else in Fairy Tail. specifically Gildarts. He looks up to Gildarts like an idol. He would just have to, like, if he were to learn other magic, he would just learn crush magic, and then he would be insanely powerful. But like, dude, literally, I extremely doubt he would ever learn anything other than more Fire Dragon Slayer magic. But like, his combat ability would have to increase somehow. Hunter.
I'm trying to. Yeah, just send him to Hunter. If we don't know where to go, send that motherfucker to Hunter. He can learn then. He could be like, just make this motherfucker an
enhancer. I scrolled through my list like 3 times, and I'm like, yeah, there are things that like he could potentially get stronger with, but nothing that's like a match made in heaven. Like, dude doesn't want to learn. He's just an idiot. He'll only. I almost sent him to Naruto just because of the one episode where he pretended to be a ninja. Yeah, I was like, maybe he could just be like a real ninja for a little bit. Maybe he learn chakra, but he won't learn that. He's too dumb. Learning how chakra work, nah, ain't no way.
Yeah, just send him to Hunter. Send everybody to Hunter. He can unlock him in and just be an enhancer, get stronger, and come back. Yeah, there you
go, enhancer Natsu. But I already sent somebody to Hunter, so I can't send him there.
Send them. Frontline infantry.
Let's see if I can. We'll let YouTube decide. If you're here and decide that you have the best idea of where Natsu specifically could gain power to come back to his own world more powerful than before, where would you send him? I don't think he would go anywhere with magic. I don't think he would learn any new abilities. Like, I don't think he would learn Nen, Chakra. He does not. He is an idiot. If you try to tell me he's not, like, stupid, then I just don't know if we're watching the same show. He is combat capable. His battle sense is through the roof, but intelligence is not his strong point. So, yeah, that's who we got. That's what our thoughts on. If we could send our party to another verse, where would we send them? Now you know. If you guys have your own thoughts on where our characters should have gone, or where Natsu should go, or if you have your own characters that you would like to see sent out, let us know where you think that your characters would go. That would be awesome to see everybody's little anime parties send out to other verses. Even thinking about these, anything that could like think about these crossovers. These crossovers would be amazing to think about, just to see. I almost tried to send Natsu to Eden Zero, because I was like, it's just the next version, and then I was like, Happy's a pair of guns now, and I was like, I don't know if he likes that.
Yeah, I was fucking in my head yelling, send him to Rave Master
in there.
So. Send him to Rave Master. They did a crossover episode. Send him to Rave Master.
But they already did the crossover episode for Rave Masters. But that is the end. Do you have any final words for everybody, Crow?
Nah, man, I just hope that you guys are enjoying the podcast. You guys are having fun. You guys are enjoying our spirited debates and topics of the podcast. If you guys want to support your boys, we would be more than happy to get a good old-fashioned sub, a good old-fashioned review, and a good old-fashioned comment, and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. All that fun shit you can do on YouTube. It's a good time. Trust me. You hit that button, you put a smile on your own face and a smile on my face and Vix's face. It'll bring you joy. It'll bring you what do they always say? Like all like the people who just like, it's spiritual enlightenment.
Transcendence.
Yes. It'll make you a better human being, supporting your boys. But other than that, outside of the goofy bullshit, I just want to thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys had fun, and we'll catch you guys next week for the DNAnime podcast, everybody. Bye.
Bye.